Rise and shine from Blaine, Minnesota, as it's an early one between the Amarillo Wranglers and the Fairbanks Ice Dogs to kick off Day 4 of the North American Hockey League Showcase. Hi everybody, Guy Chiarenza here from Rink 1 of the Super Rink here in Blaine, as it is the final day of the showcase, and boy do we have a special one here for you today, as the Amarillo Wranglers, who remain undefeated at a perfect 6-0, take on the Fairbanks Ice Dogs, the second team in the Midwest, with a record of 4-1-0-1. We got a good one on tap, both teams riding a pretty good win streak here, as the Wranglers, of course, 6-0, winners of their last 6 to open the season, and the Ice Dogs, pretty hot themselves. After dropping the first 2 games of the season to the Minnesota Wilderness, they've caught fire as well, winning their last 4 games. They look to keep that going here today against a very impressive Wranglers team that has played very strong team defense at the start of the year. How's this for a stat nugget? The Wranglers this season, to open play, have allowed 8 goals. 5 of those goals in the 6 games that they've played have been power play goals against. Now, what that means for the Wranglers is in terms of 5-on-5 team defense, they've only allowed 3 goals in 6 games, 5-on-5. That's phenomenal. Taylor Harnett, Brandon Richardson, and Connor White, the coaching trio for this Wranglers team, has done a fantastic job in their first year behind the bench, really just getting this team prepared and ready to tackle this season, and they've done an excellent job of preparing this team defense to perform at a high level. And the defense is largely in part for the reason why the Wranglers have been so successful, but the goaltending has also been impressive as well. Charlie Zolan, back-to-back South Division First Star of the Week honors, as he made headlines for his stellar play. He's still undefeated, perfect 5-0. Got the night off yesterday in the win against New Hampshire, where the Wranglers took down the Mountain Kings 4-1. Will Lubomov made his first start in net, stopped 18 of 19 in the victory for his first win in his first start. This morning, you get out of sorts when it comes to these kind of things. 3 games in 3 days, final day of the showcase. Today, it'll be a new goalie in net for the Wranglers. Charles Antoine Girard will make his first start for the Wranglers between the pipes. Girard was previously playing in Quebec, most recently with the Montreal Phoenix. He is a Quebec native, speaks a really good amount of French, as that is his first language, and he is fired up and ready to go between the pipes for his first start this afternoon. Or I should say this morning. I keep thinking it's the afternoon. It's not. It's really early. And for those of you watching in Alaska, thank you for tuning in here, as well as our loyal fans in the Texas Panhandle. It's an early one for all of us. For you Alaskan folks, it's really early. So get some coffee on the pot and join us here today here in Blaine. Can't complain too much, as I'm sure it's a pretty big commitment to get up in the middle of the night to watch your favorite team play. So, again, we thank you for having us here on the final day of the showcase as we kick off the early slate here in Blaine for game number 1 of Day 4. Wranglers and the Ice Dogs are set to take the ice in just a few moments. Wranglers are led in scoring by Corson McGuire, who's caught fire. He's currently on a 5-game point streak, 3 goals, 5 assists in that span. Was held scoreless in the first game. Talked to him after that one, and I said, yeah, Corson, you played pretty good today. And he says, no, I can be better. And turns out he was right. He's caught fire ever since then, and he's been phenomenal. He leads the Wranglers in scoring with 3 goals. That's tied for the team lead. It's a 4-way tie. Leads the team in assists with 5, and, of course, his 8 points lead the club as well. But he's also been a great 2-way forward for the Wranglers with a +7 rating to open this season. Could be a low-scoring affair here. Wranglers and Ice Dogs averaging 3 and 3.5 goals for, respectively, and both teams playing really solid team defense. As we talked about the Wranglers earlier, only averaging 1.3 goals against average per game. The Ice Dogs, pretty good themselves, 2.3 goals against average. So we'll have to see how things shake out here this morning, but if history serves as any kind of indicator in the way that the Wranglers have played to start the year, seems like low-scoring affairs have been their bread and butter. Of course, yesterday, that healthy 4-1 win over the Mountain Kings helped. Hopefully that'll spring their offense into motion. Sal Serrato was phenomenal in that game. 2 goals as the Wranglers won big over New Hampshire. Jumped out to a 4-0 lead and then surrendered a goal in the third for the final score of 4-1. Both teams have hit the ice. The Wranglers wearing blue will skate from left to right. The Ice Dogs wearing white will skate from right to left. Ice Dogs are the designated home team here today at the neutral site game here in Blaine. As the Ice Dogs are coming off a thrilling 2-1 victory over the Rochester Junior Americans yesterday. For Fairbanks, they got a goal from Caden Pendo. 33 seconds left in the third period to take a 2-1 lead and win the game in regulation, similar to what the Wranglers experienced on day 2 against Maryland, where McGuire scored with 13 seconds left to win them that game. Starting lineups announced here in Blaine. Coming up next, the national anthem, and when we return, first period puck drop between the Wranglers and the Ice Dogs. We are all set and ready to go from Blaine, Minnesota, in rink number 1 at the Super Rink for the final day of the North American Hockey League Showcase. And we have a good one on tap, as it's the Amarillo Wranglers and the Fairbanks Ice Dogs meeting for the first time ever here in Blaine. Starting goaltenders, Charles Antoine Girard gets the nod for the Wranglers. It's his first North American Hockey League start, and he'll look to prove his worth here in front of many eyes at the Showcase. Across from him, Charlie Menard, making his second start for Fairbanks this season as a 0-1 record, as he played earlier on in the year. Both teams getting set to start action, starting for Fairbanks, Kyle Rohr wearing 11, number 8, Aiden Bergner, down the middle, and to his right, number 28, Brent Galenchin. On D, number 7, Robbie House with number 6, Chris Hodges. And for the Wranglers, Nolan Davis wearing number 8 re-enters the lineup. Down the middle, number 12, Noah Wood gets the start against his former team, the Ice Dogs. And to his right, number 10, Ben Cameron. And on D, Heike Pipinen re-enters the lineup wearing number 6, paired up with number 5, Will Sinclair. And we are underway here from Blaine as the puck is dropped and the Ice Dogs possess off the opening draw. They'll slide it into the Wranglers' end where it's fielded by Pipinen. They'll bank it off his own end wall for Sinclair. He'll flip it towards the near corner. Puck bounces back behind the net, and the Ice Dogs on the attack look to get possession. Pinching down on the right side wall was Hodges to stash it down deeper. Sinclair is there. He'll pop it out to center. Wanted to connect with Wood. Wood on the forecheck catches up to the puck as he's dueling now against Robbie House. They'll battle at the far half wall. The Ice Dogs slip away as Heater's House over his own blue line to Rohr. Beats it back to House. Left side shot, and the save is made by Gerard. He'll stop time with 19:14 left in the first period. And for Gerard, probably want to get that first save out of the way. It was a dandy. We'll see how he settles into this game. It's got to be tough to start in an environment like this in your first North American Hockey League game with so many eyes watching, so many scouts. The pressure is on, but he looked collected, calm, and cool before the game as the puck bounces towards the goal. Here's Riccardi on the forehand, and he misses the net and picks up the only rebound off the end wall. Collins spins in the far corner, moves it up high. Wranglers get a piece of it, and Serrato flips it forward, wanting to hit McGuire for a home run play, but it's just out of his reach, and the Ice Dogs win the race to the puck as Nick Madsen was there. And so that'll be an icing on the Wranglers, 1 minute and 11 seconds into the first. Draw to the right of Gerard on the near circle of the Wranglers zone. The two number 19s will duel, McGuire in blue and Riccardi in white. Wranglers possess off the draw. They'll blast it towards the left side where Gerhard collects it in the neutral zone, tries to tap it forward. Couldn't get enough of a grasp on it, and the Ice Dogs turn up ice. From the right side, puck is poked away by Patrick Whited, making his Wranglers debut tonight. Should say this morning, as at the line where Nelly takes a shot. That's blocked. Skeltons picks it up. The Latvian will slide it over to Hannes. It goes off his stick. Robyov can't keep it in. Gerhard tries to drive forward, but the Russian gets it back at his own blue line with a little help from Carlson. The Ice Dogs move up ice. Carlson from the right side winds it around towards the near corner. Players meet it at the near wall. And reclaiming the puck at center is Burke. Moving with speed, goes to the right circle for a shot. That goes off a stick and wide of Gerard. Rebound is forced out to center by McGuire. He'll dart towards his left and enter the zone and backhand it down low as the Wranglers look to set up shop. Adam Tim, the leading point scorer for the Ice Dogs, backhands it towards the near side, and the Ice Dogs drive it down towards Gerard. He comes out of his net to play it. Wranglers turn it over in the far corner and then get it back as there was Jacob Miller, the New York native for Amarillo. Holding in at the line is Madsen. Tries to go cross ice for a pass, nobody home. Shot attempt is blocked by Pipinen. And now Miller reclaims it behind his own net. And out to the neutral zone. They're going to call that an icing there as the puck had enough steam to go all the way down to the Ice Dog zone. Stops time 2:57 into the first. Wranglers have yet to take a shot so far in this game. Ice Dogs have been pretty aggressive on the attack as Leonard will take the draw against Phillips on the near circle. Draw is won by the Wranglers. Sinclair off the glass to the neutral zone and into Ice Dog territory. Morley Phillips in hot pursuit drives Madsen into the boards, but the Ice Dogs do get possession. Is in the neutral zone. Pass with Leonard connects. On the right side, tries to split the D and create separation. He's unable to do so. And now an errant pass on the Wranglers' end forces another icing. This coming 3:20 into the game. So for the Wranglers, 6-0 is the start. That ties a franchise best for a best start to a season. Happened 2 years ago in 2022-23. Where the Wranglers started 6-0 and had that streak ended at the hands of the Shreveport Mudbugs. Today, the Ice Dogs are trying to deny the Wranglers the chance to set a franchise record, as they are currently on a 4-game heater themselves. Bernelli over to the middle for Leonard, and that shot is turned aside by Gerard. Now Sinclair behind his netminder, surveys the scene, looks to go up to the middle for Jacobson. It's gloved down for a shot by Plant. That goes wide of Gerard. Some early errors here from the Wranglers, as the Ice Dogs have seen most of the play happen in the Wrangler end. Morley Phillips from behind his own net, backhands it over to Pipinen from the left wing, finds Jacobson in the middle. He'll tap it into Ice Dog territory and look to get to work. Fairbanks able to slide the puck out to the neutral zone. It goes up in the air and is gloved down by Leonard. He'll backhand it towards the net and head towards the bench for an Ice Dog change. With 15:44 left in the first. Serrato, who had 2 goals yesterday in the 4-1 win, moves it towards the left wing. Stretch pass on the money for Rasega. Tries to pump it towards the middle for Morton, but it's intercepted by Cornelli. Roar to the right wing for a shot that's saved by Gerard. That was taken by Bergner. Here he is again from the far corner, trying to drive towards the net. Wranglers defense gets in the way there, but the Ice Dogs regain possession on the left side. At the point, it's House for a shot. Gerard sees it all the way through and eats it up for a save with 15:09 left in the first. Ice Dogs have taken the first 6 shots of the game. The line of Noah Wood, Nolan Davis, and Ben Cameron comes on. Wood, the former Ice Dog, looking for a victory against his former team, as the Wranglers bank it all the way down for another icing. 4 minutes and 57 seconds into the first period. This time the draw will be to the left of Gerard. Wood will take it against Bergner. Bergner the victor, and a shot there is stopped by the blocker of Gerard. Ben Cameron wanted to move it forward, but we've got a penalty coming as behind the play, Patrick Whited committed an infraction on Gulenchin, and so Whited in his first game will take a seat, trying to argue his case, but he's going to need a better lawyer. Ice Dogs will head to the game's first power play. Roughing's the call. And with 14:54 left in the first, the Ice Dogs get a crack at the man advantage. They are currently 14.3% on the power play. That's good enough for 19th best in the league. Wrangler penalty kill, 83.9%, and they've had some really clutch moments during the hot start to the season. We'll see if they've got another one in them here. Off the draw, Ashton Breyer pummels it out to the neutral zone and all the way down to Menard. So the Wranglers get an early clear here. Ice Dogs will start from their own end on the power play breakout. Tim on the left wing deals it around towards the far side. Waiting there is Voробjov. Wranglers again aggressive on the puck. Get a clear. As Breyer heads towards the bench, the Ice Dogs re-enter. Roar spinning at the left point, deals it to the right side. Goes off the stick of Tim. They'll float it towards the middle. It goes off a stick and towards the near side. Wranglers hacking at it, trying to get it out. Piping in now from behind his own net. Blasts it up to the right wing. And with a little extra help from Trace Day, the Wranglers get the deed done and get the clear. 1 minute left on the Ice Dog power play. They'll move it towards the left side, and re-entering is Roar. Over into open space. Pass connects for a shot. And off a stick it goes and out of play. That was Cole Burke taking that shot, and Ben Cameron with the fantastic defensive play gets a stick in the way to make sure Gerard didn't have to do any work. Noah Wood will take this draw for the Wranglers. He'll win it, get it to Pipinen, and on his forehand, he'll bank it off the wall, out to center, and a little bit more. As from behind his zone net, Corneli will claim the puck and start the next charge. Pass to the right side to Plont. He loses his balance. Corneli picks up the puck. He'll wind it around towards the far corner for Plont. He's checked by Pipinen. Pipinen stepping in, trying to wedge him away from the puck. And he is successful in doing so as McGuire will get another Wrangler clear with 18 seconds left on the penalty to Whited. .13:04 left in the first period. Maybe one last chance for the Ice Dogs here on the man advantage. As Plont gains the red line. On the right wing, Burke goes. He spins in the far corner. On his forehand, we're back to even strength. Quick pass to the left side. Plont takes a shot. It goes off the stick of Davis and out of play. That's one of the things that the Wranglers have done so well throughout the course of this win streak. Is we talked about the team defense in the open. 8 goals against so far this season. 5 of them have come on the power play. Only 3 5-on-5. And a large reason for that is because the Wranglers have done an excellent job of getting in the way of shooting lanes and blocking shots and getting sticks on pucks. Sounds like your classic hockey cliche, but it works. In the neutral zone, it's Morton. On the left side, wanted to feed Risega. Instead, Morton goes down low to pick up his own pass attempt. Floats it towards the near side for Jacobson, who reverses it back down low for Risega. In the near corner, puck pops out over towards the far side where an open space Madsen will backhand it to the neutral zone and a little bit more. No icing as deep in his zone end to collect it is Serrato. Almost an error there as he couldn't quite grasp the puck, and there is Gerard to glove it down with 12:13 left in the first. The Wranglers and the Ice Dogs. It's the final day of the North American Hockey League Showcase, day 4. Wranglers, it's been 3 games in 3 days since day 2. So you got to think there's a little bit of fatigue there, but you can say that about both sides. Both teams on lengthy road trips as the Ice Dogs and those Alaskan teams take some really long trips away from Alaska to come play in the Midwest Division. As we get an icing here on the Wranglers with 12:01 left in the first. So both teams currently in the middle of a long road trip. For the Wranglers, they're on the road to open the season because of ongoing upgrades and renovations to the Budweiser bullpen. They're upgrading the cooling plant, getting new boards and glass. Saw a little bit of it happening as we left for this road trip. It's looking pretty good. Hoping to get ice in there soon. But as a result of that, the Wranglers are in the middle of a franchise-long 11-game road trip. And so far, so good, 6-0. But they want to keep that going here. As the puck is knocked in off the stick of Gerhard. In deep. Ice Dogs blast it towards the near side, and now picking up in the neutral zone is Riccardi. He's rubbed off the puck by Sinclair and company. Gerhard slaps it over to the left side for Pipinen, and he springs McGuire into motion. McGuire with speed, trying to make something happen. He'll backhand it around towards the near half wall for Sinclair. He will then feed Day at the right point, but the pass goes behind him, and Pipinen will have to collect in the neutral zone. And here's Hannes turning it over, moving in is Collins, and a big save is made by Gerard. When his number was called, Charles-Antoine Gerard responded and answered with a huge save there on a breakaway, as left all alone was Justin Collins off an unforced error by the Wranglers. And so far, the Ice Dogs have had the upper hand here in this game. They have the first 10 shots of the contest. And looks like they got coffee on the pot this morning, and they came ready to play. Draw to the right of Gerard. Zetterquist wins it as Lennard will wheel it around towards the far half wall. Ice Dogs try to meet it, but the Wranglers able to stash it up to the blue line. Laid offside on the Ice Dogs as that puck did come out. So picking up now is Whited. They'll move it forward to the right side for Phillips. Phillips for a shot, the Wranglers first, and that's stopped by Menard. That stops time with 10:55 left in the first period. Wranglers get a partial change here. Miller will take the draw with Phillips to his right, Day to his left, and the two D-men being Serrano and Breyer. Draw in the near circle of the Ice Dog zone. Won by the Wranglers, although it clambers off a couple skates and rolls in on Menard, so he'll freeze, and we'll get another face-off coming here. You know, there's a lot of teams with ice animal in this league. It's like, you know, you got a couple of them. You got the Ice Rays, Ice Wolves, Ice Dogs. You know, if there's another expansion team coming in anytime soon, I think my money might be on Ice insert animal name here. Seems to be a common theme in this league. Wranglers, in the past, have beaten both of the two other Alaskan teams, Kenai River and Anchorage, both at the Showcase in previous years, but have never played the Ice Dogs, as they look to go for a win against all Alaskan teams here today. Stick breaks off the draw. Some arguing ensues. That stick belonged to Trace Day, so he will go to the bench and get a new twig with 10:50 left in the first. Day, one of four Wranglers, tied for the team lead in goals, as his three on the season are tied with Aiden Drez, who's inactive today, with McGuire and Serrato, as those are the leaders in the clubhouse in that department. So now Day will take this draw. The Ice Dogs win it off the stick of Leonard. Although, crazy bounce here. There's Miller between the circles, and that's stopped by Menard. Hasn't been tested much, but that was a good opportunity there, as Phillips takes a shot from the high slot, and it's blocked. Puck boomerangs back to the Ice Dogs defense, and they move forward. Leonard from the left wing. Low shot is stopped by Gerard, and he covers up with 10:28 left in the first. Wranglers get a line change in. Noah Wood will take this draw against Leonard. Wood slaps the puck towards the near wall. Wranglers get possession, as here's Wood again off the far side and to the red line. Ice Dogs swat at it. Wood reclaims it on the right wing. Seems to be everywhere on this shift, as it gets caught up in the skates of Leonard. He's checked by Davis. Ice Dogs looking for a home run pass. Does not connect. Sinclair pumps it out to the neutral zone and a little bit more. No icing. Under 10 minutes to go in the first period. Still a scoreless game here on the final day of the Showcase in Blaine. Puck gets caught up in the skates of the linesman. Wranglers create a steal as Davis drives towards the goal. He gets hauled down and draws a penalty. And the Wranglers are going to get their first power play of the day. Going to the box is Carlson. Number 4 in white takes a seat. 2 minutes for tripping. And the Wranglers' power play will look to get to work. They scored a power play goal yesterday. That bumped them up to 9.1% on the season. Ice Dog penalty kill, though, very strong. 87.9%. That's 11th best on the young season. The Ice Dogs weren't too happy about that last sequence, where kind of all developed because the skate of the referee got in the way of the puck. And Davis took it, created the steal, and draw the penalty. Day on the right side, off the face-off win. Gets it to Hannes. He'll work his way up to the line on his forehand. Hannes tries to deal it towards his right. Ricochets back to him, exchanges with Gerhard, and he'll paddle it over to the right point for Serrato. Now, Day to the left side. Gerhard's open for a shot, and it's blocked. Puck goes into the near corner. McGuire has it, quickly pursued by an Ice Dog or two. And now House tries to drive it out with help from McCarty. The Ice Dogs do get a clear. Sal Serrato from his own end starts the next charge. Today, and a pass is picked off in the neutral zone. A shot there by Zetterquist is turned aside by the blocker of Gerard. And Zetterquist still out there on the forecheck, keeps the puck, beats out 3 Wranglers there, and moves it up to the neutral zone as the Ice Dogs just kill some time. And now there's a trip there on Skelton's. And no call on that play. Day with it, over to Sinclair. Wranglers again starting from their own end. As Burke slides it across to Morton with 38 seconds and counting left on the Wrangler power play. Sinclair right down Broadway, passes it to the right side for Morton. With speed, he button hooks at the half wall. Puck squeaks up to the right point for Sinclair, moves it towards his left. Stepping in for a shot there was Jacobson, and it goes off a stick and stays in play. From the near corner, puck pops over towards the left side. And the Ice Dogs help the puck out to center with 10 seconds left on the Wrangler power play. Stretch pass for Sinclair, on the money for Morton. He'll move it towards the middle for Jacobson, but the pass is intercepted. As the Ice Dogs get it out, and the penalty expires, we're back to even strength. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play so far today in what is still a scoreless game with 7:35 left in the first. Pendo moving D to D. Now upwards it's Leonard off the wall and into the zone. Breyer will pick it up. He'll hack it off his own back wall for Serrato. He'll pass it towards the right wing for Wood in motion. Wood driving towards the net. Backhand try. He scores! Noah Wood gets the scoring started against his former team, and the Wranglers lead it 1-0. What a play from Noah Wood there. Did it all on that play. Just drove down the right wing wall, crashed the net, and scored on the back end to beat Menard for the game's opening tally. And so the Wranglers' defense, which has been so good all season long, they stand tall when the Ice Dogs are throwing everything they can at them. 12 shots so far for Fairbanks. But all in all, it's the Wranglers who get the game's first goal. Noah Wood, his first of the season, and the Wranglers are off and running. Ice Dogs looking to respond here, as in the Wranglers zone, keeping it in his house. He's checked by Cameron. Puck pops over towards the right side for a shot that goes in and out of the slot and into the near corner. Players spar for it. As Whited is there in the fray. Puck dangerously carried him towards the slot. Never made it there as it clambered off a skate. And now back behind the net for Skeltons. The Latvian off the wall into the neutral zone off the stick of Divine Apollon. It'll go to House. Finds a man in the neutral zone, but not for long. Wranglers force a steal. Morton drops it off for Gerhard, and a quick shot is stopped by Menard. Sinclair keeps it in at the right side. Moves it down below the circle for Gerhard. Gerhard from low to high. Whistles it towards the left side, and Pipenin wasn't ready for it. Valencian was, as he tried to blast his way down the right wing wall, but the Wranglers stand him up. Now, applying the pressure here is Pipenin. The defenseman on the forecheck, creating some havoc, but the Ice Dogs do escape as a stretch pass is offline for Riccardi, and he will beat out the icing. Puck battle on the near side boards. Wranglers force it out to center. Miller will juggle it and pump it forward, where it'll go onto the stick of Norkovicus. And from the right wing, he'll center. Goes wide of the intended receiver and onto the tape of Trace Day. From the red line, he will drop it down beneath the Ice Dog goal line. Or Norkovicus will move it towards the right wing, and the Ice Dogs will get out. Nice move by Riccardi to enter on the right wing. He'll keep the puck on his stick, delay for a moment, and drop it off. Moving in, the Ice Dogs. Pendo pops out on the near wall. He'll exchange for a shot off the wall. It's stopped by Gerard and sent towards the near corner. Out of the fray comes Morley Phillips. He'll try and wiggle his way out, but here it comes to Carlson. High slot shot is stopped by Gerard with 4:39 left in the first. So Noah Wood's first goal of the season is the only goal so far, coming 12:47 into the first. The assists on that goal are from Ashton Breyer and Sal Serrato. As coming up next, we have a draw to the right of Gerard, who has looked fantastic so far in this game. Draw is won by the Wranglers. Whited takes a check, but not before he stashes the puck over to Resega, on the right wing. And now there he finds Skeltons. 17 and 77 in tandem on the forecheck for the Wranglers. Holding in at the right point is Morton. His shot goes off a stick and over to Resega. Quick passing here. Morton back in the high slot. Can't rip a shot away from skate to stick. In transition, here come the Ice Dogs. Tim delays, tries to find a trailer. Pass off the mark, but the Ice Dogs keep. Centering feed. Carlson a shot, and a pad save is made by Gerard. And now the puck escapes the zone, and Pendo will have to go back to retrieve it. Wranglers take that moment to get a change. As the puck goes off the stick of Tim. Skelton's there with the active stick. Long pass to Zetterquist, and a save is made on that chance by Gerard. Boy, has he looked sharp for the Wranglers here today. Wranglers have now seen 3 goalies play here at the Showcase. On day 2 against Maryland, it was Zolan picking up the 2-1 win. Yesterday, Will Lubomov in the 4-1 win, and now today we see Charles Antoine Gerard. Draw in the near circle. McGuire against Leonard, although Leonard's going to get booted out of the circle in favor of Zetterquist. Off the face-off, Ice Dogs have it, but only for a brief moment. Forcing the steal is piping it. Wanted to split the D to Gerhard, but in that chaos, the Wranglers are offside. 3:35 left in the first. Wranglers lead it 1-0. As it'll be a face-off on the near side of the Ice Dogs' blue line. Hannes playing in his 3rd game as a Wrangler, coming over from the WHL, split some time with Seattle and Medicine Hat. Takes that draw and wins it for the Wranglers. McGuire gets decked over on the near side wall, popped back up to his feet. Ice Dogs trying to get something started. You can't count them out until the horn sounds. These Ice Dogs are pesky. They've scored a couple late goals here at the Showcase against New Jersey, and then most recently yesterday against Rochester. As here comes Madsen on the left wing. Driving his way in deep, exchanges with Leonard. They'll get it up top. He's making a move there is Norkovicus. Go his way down low, centering, goes off a leg, and off the side of the net. Good chance there, but Gerard makes another save. And the Wranglers lob it out to the neutral zone where it's loved down by Gerhard. He will just plug the puck down low and go off for a change with 2:37 left in the first period. Norkovicus to the right wing for Plant. He's got some speed. Plant to his forehand. Shot goes wide of the goal. Wranglers knock it over towards the near wall and out to center as Cameron finds Wood with speed. He'll delay. Back to Cameron, right side shot, and a save is made by Menard. Well, that line has looked brilliant for the Wranglers so far in this game. Easily their best so far as Serrato from the half wall banks it off the backside of the net to Cameron. Now at the left point, Breyer keeps it in. On the near side for Serrato, and a shot is gloved down by Menard with 1:55 left in the opening frame. Well, here are the Wranglers coaching staff. You have to like what you see from that line of Davis, Wood, and Cameron. As they go off, and on comes the line of Miller, Day, and Phillips. All three return men for the Wranglers in their second year with the club. Ice Dogs with it, but not out. Skelton's at the line, keeps it in. Whited there to help out. Phillips to the middle for Day. Pass back door is off the mark for Miller, and the Ice Dogs will escape any more danger. Puck goes down towards Girard. He comes way out of his net to play it. Man, is he feeling confident. Wranglers with it as Whited springs it to Skelton's and out to the neutral zone as it jumped over the stick of Morley Phillips. Icing on the Ice Dogs with 1:23 left in period one. And some arguing going on here. Ice Dogs barking at their bench, no pun intended. Their head coach is Ryan Theros, who's currently in a chess match with Wranglers head coach Taylor Harnett, who has done a wonderful job with this club so far this season. And he's done a really good job of leading this club, not just in terms of the play on the ice, but also off the ice as well, helping them tune out the noise as everyone is wondering, how good are the Wranglers really? Well, they've really proved their worth here at the Showcase. They're looking to keep that up here today. As the draw is won by the Wranglers deep in their own end. From the left side, quick pass to Morton. He finds Jacobson at the blue line. As around on the right side, Wranglers again pop it behind the net. Ice Dogs with it. As Pendo and the Ice Dogs drive it towards the right wing. Worobyov reverses back behind the net. Sinclair is there, as is Riccardi for Fairbanks. He's got it from the right point over to the left for Madsen. They'll fling a shot towards the goal. Kick save is made by Girard. Wranglers lift it out to the neutral zone, where it'll be fielded by Madsen. 30 seconds left in the first. Puck goes back down behind Girard. It'll be picked up by Pipinen. The Finnish defenseman moves it to Sinclair. And back over to the left side goes to Gerhard. 15 seconds left as Sinclair connects with McGuire. They'll skate through center ice. I'll dance right down the middle. Backhand flip to Hannes over the blue line. And now McGuire again. Off the wall and in deep. And that will do it for the first period. After one period of play, it's the Wranglers 1 and the Ice Dogs nothing. Fairbanks pouring it on offensively early, but it is the Wranglers that score the only goal to date. Noah Wood gets it against his former team. We'll talk all about the events of the first period and preview the second and the rest of the final day of the Showcase here in Blaine. Coming up next in a few moments on the first intermission report, brought to you by Bubba's 33 off of I-40. If you're in the Texas Panhandle, go check them out. Maybe for lunch today or dinner. Still pretty early to go out. I don't even think they're open yet, but go check them out here today or sometime this weekend. And we'll have the first intermission report back for you here in just a few moments from Blaine, Minnesota, as this is the 2024 North American Hockey League Showcase on NATV. Welcome back to Blaine as we bring you into the first intermission report. As after one period of play, it's the Wranglers 1 and the Ice Dogs nothing. Chiarenza here from the Super Rink to bring you all the action here today. As it was a thrilling first period between these two clubs, a lot at stake on both sides for the Wranglers. 6-0 start, they're trying to remain perfect, get the sweep at the Showcase, and head into next week's matchup against the Lone Star Brahmas, still atop the South Division. For Fairbanks, they're off to a good start as well. 4-1, 0-1 is their record. They're currently on a 4-game win streak, and they proved that they're a hot team tonight as they came in and really dictated the terms of play for probably the first half or so of the first period. They looked very strong, did the Ice Dogs, and as a result of that, I believe they got their first 10 shots of the game, but as we've seen from the Wranglers during this win streak, yeah, that doesn't really seem to matter all that much because they just keep finding ways to win no matter what's thrown at them. Well, in the game here today, it was Charles Antoine Gerard making his first career start. In the first period, he looked fantastic. He stopped every shot he saw, all 17 of them coming from the Ice Dogs. As, like I said, Fairbanks really came in with a purpose. They wanted to test Gerard early, and they did, but they just could not find a way to solve the Canadian netminder. And so, the Wranglers find a way to stave off the Ice Dogs' attack, as they've done so well defensively this season. And then, that's when the magic happens. Noah Wood against his former team, 12:47 into the first period. He just digs his way down deep into the Ice Dog zone, cuts towards the net, and throws a nifty shot on Menard, the game's first and only score to this point. For Noah Wood, it's his first goal as a Wrangler, and he gets it against his former team. The former Ice Dog played 2 years in Fairbanks. Started in 22-23 with Fairbanks, played 45 games, had 4 goals and 8 assists there. Then started the next season with Fairbanks and then ended up in the NCDC with the Jersey Hitmen. And now he finds himself in a Wrangler uniform this season, where now, in his second game, he has his first goal. He's looked to be a pretty big addition for the Wranglers, as just 2 days ago against Maryland, he made his Wranglers debut, looked very solid there, and he's only built upon it here. I should say built upon it more here, as he has showcased his abilities to the fullest extent. As a two-way player, he created some offense there for the game's first and only goal. On the assist, it's Ashton Breyer picking up his second point of the year, and Sal Serrato gets another apple to his resume, as now he picks up another point, and Serrato now has 6 on the year, 3 goals and 3 assists for the former NCDC New England Defenseman of the Year. So for the Wranglers, probably not the start they wanted, and for the Ice Dogs, I don't think you could have drew that thing up much better than they did to come out in the first period. You got to give them their flowers. You got to give them their props. The Ice Dogs came out, and they came ready to play. These early morning games are very difficult, and both teams are dealing with the same situation just about. The Ice Dogs yesterday defeated Rochester late in regulation for a 2-1 win on the very same rink that the Wranglers played on. So moments after the Ice Dogs got their win against Rochester, the Wranglers came on and played their game against New Hampshire in that 4-1 win. So it's a quick turnaround for both sides. Early morning game, both teams have to deal with it. 9 a.m., not ideal. And talking to the coaching staff, it's like you don't have much time to prepare. And as a broadcaster, I was feeling the same sentiment. I didn't really get to do a lot of the stuff that I wanted to do. As we see Chet Yoder here, voice of the Shreveport Mudpugs, popping in. Always good to see some familiar faces at the Showcase. This game will be after ours in the second slate here from Blaine. But anyhow, the Ice Dogs really came out to play. They were ready, and the Wranglers, like we've seen a lot of times, they feel like they haven't had their best game so far. And I think that's scary for a lot of teams, because for the Wranglers, yeah, they're winning, they're confident, but they still feel like there's a lot of room for improvement. They feel like their offense hasn't been where they've wanted it to be. They're very proud of the way they played defensively. You can see that from what they saw in the first period with the Wranglers holding the Ice Dogs off the score sheet despite allowing 17 shots. I think that speaks to the play of the defense and where those shots were coming from, as well as the play of Gerard, stopping those big-time opportunities for Fairbanks, as they did have a couple of grade A chances. So for Amarillo, that's pretty much been the story of the win streak. Low-scoring, gritty games. They somehow find a way to come out on top. We've given them the nickname the Cardiac Kids. That came from last year, and seems like, despite a new coaching staff and almost an entirely new roster, just seems to be part of their DNA. So the Cardiac Kids it is. We'll see if they've got another nail biter in them here today in the final game of the showcase here from Blaine. But I like the response from the Wranglers as, you know, Fairbanks is coming at you, just trying to give everything they got. You get some big plays from Gerard. You get some big plays from the defense. And then Noah Wood, who's emerging as a leader on this team, very vocal voice in the locker room, has a very upbeat attitude, brings his A game to the rink every single day. He comes out, and he leads the way for the game's opening goal. And so we'll see what ensues in the second period, but it certainly looks like it could be another low-scoring affair here today if Gerard continues to play the way that he's played. And Menard, while we haven't seen a whole lot from him, as the Wranglers just have 7 shots, he was up to the occasion for 6 out of the 7. So we'll see what happens in the second, but looks like we got a good game on our hands here on the final day of the showcase. When we come back, we'll talk about the second slate of games here from Blaine, Minnesota, and we'll also drop the puck on the second period here between the Wranglers and the Ice Dogs. This has been the first intermission report brought to you by Bubba's 33. This is the North American Hockey League Showcase on NATV. We're just about ready to open up the second period of play here as the Ice Dogs and the Wranglers are both back out on the ice. Wranglers will skate from right to left as you see it on NATV. And the Ice Dogs from left to right wearing white. As we'll paint a picture for you in your mind's eye on our YouTube audio feed. We'd like to welcome our listeners on that platform as well. And from wherever you're watching, whether it's Fairbanks, Amarillo, wherever on the globe, it seems like there's always somebody somewhere listening. We're happy to have you here on an early morning game between the Wranglers and the Ice Dogs. As this is the early slate of games to kick off the final day of the showcase. A lot of teams who've already wrapped up have already gone home, but still good to see those who are still around. Mudbugs and Steel coming up on this rink later on in the day. As the puck is dropped on the second period, and we're underway. Ben Cameron from center ice pounds it down low to Davis on the near half wall as the Wranglers look to add to their 1-goal lead. Davison on the forecheck tries to slide it to Wood. He throws a check in the far corner. Driving towards the net was Cameron, but puck goes wide of Menard. And the puck escapes the zone and goes out to center, where it'll be claimed by Will Sinclair. And now we get a stoppage 37 seconds in. As the puck went out of play there, it seemed. So we'll get a neutral zone draw between Hannes and Tim. Wranglers trying to enter, but they're bottled up at the blue line. Puck boomerangs back into the Wranglers' end, where it'll be picked up by Ashton Breyer. Earned his second point of the season on the assist on the Noah Wood goal. As the puck ricochets off a stick and goes into the Wranglers' bench. So we'll get another neutral zone draw here. 54 seconds into the first. Wranglers win another face-off. Serrato D to Breyer, although the Ice Dogs on the attack break that up and going to work as Burke. Carlson will ride up the near wall, exchange with Pendo. He'll work in deep, trying to center. It goes off a stick of Gerhard. The Wranglers get it out to center. Gerhard in motion on the left wing. He'll shoot, and a save is made by Menard. Well, good look there for Grayson Gerhard. Made the defensive play, and then was sent into motion the other way. Gets an opportunity from the left side, but a good save there by Charlie Menard. Hit him right in the crest. He was in position, and it stays a 1-0 game. So the draw on the near circle. Jacob Miller to take it against Luca Riccardi. With a false start here, so we'll drop it now, and looks like Miller had won it, but stepping in was Rabiov. They get to work in deep. This pocket is picked by Skeltons. He'll slide it out to center, and then quickly back in. Goes off the stick of Norkovicus. Day, stretch pass cross ice to Skeltons. He'll return it towards the left side for Phillips. Goes off his stick and back up to Day. He'll cut towards the net and gets stopped by Collins. Glanced off his skate and towards the left wing where Whited takes a shot. That's blocked away by Menard. Scramble for it in the blue paint. And we get a whistle as the puck was still free. Day was flattened out in front of the net. He hit the deck thanks to an Ice Dog, and Menard and Fairbanks will escape any more danger with 18:04 left on the clock in the second. Looked like that whistle was blown because the net had come off, so that's the reason for the stoppage. And now the face-off is going to be in the neutral zone at the top of the Ice Dogs blue line. Easy for me to say. Jacobson against Leonard. The Ice Dog, the victor. With the puck now is Robbie House. Move it D to D. And out to the neutral zone. Ice Dogs get swindled on the entry. Jacobson turns up ice. Jacobson to the middle for Morton, and it's just out of his reach. So catch up to it. Feed it towards the right point. Goes off the skate of one of the two referees today. And the Ice Dogs take that opportunity to turn up ice. Puck is sent towards Gerard. He'll light it away. And for a long-range shot, again stopped by Gerard. Zetterquist up to the left point. Ice Dogs wanted to go across the blue line, but a pass from House goes off a skate. And so off the start from his own end. Plant beats out Nicing. Sinclair gets it back, goes up to Jacobson. He gets tripped, and that draws a penalty. Ice Dogs touch up, and the Wranglers are going to have their second power play opportunity of the morning. Divina Paulin having some words for Kennelly. But taking a seat is Aiden Bergner. 2 minutes for tripping. And now the Wranglers look to add to their lead. Scored a power play goal yesterday. The man wearing number 44 in the slot is Trace Day. He's the one who scored it. The Wranglers win the faceoff and they'll get to work. From the line, it's Serrato. To the right wing, Hannes. Now down low, it's McGuire. Beneath the circle, returns it up high for Serrato. D to Gerhard. Now down low on the left wing for McGuire. Now back up top for Serrato. Go walk the line. Serrato with the puck. He'll shoot. It goes off a stick and wide. Wranglers return the puck to the standout Demon. Move it towards the left wing for Gerhard. Now up top for Day, a one-timer. That goes wide. McGuire looked to center it, but the Ice Dogs sniff it out and get a clear. 1:22 left on the Wrangler power play as Serrato again leads the charge. Drop it off for Day, who quickly slides it over to Gerhard. With speed on the right wing, he'll cut towards the net. It's knocked off his stick. Day is there. He'll dangle to the middle, and the pass is broken up. Hannes with it on the right side. Creeping in, puck leaps off his stick, and the Ice Dogs take that opportunity and get another clear. Wranglers get a change. As 53 seconds remain on the power play. Serrato will drop it off for Resega, the former junior Coyote. Will pick up some steam in the neutral zone. Here comes Resega with speed on the right wing. He'll go around the nets. Exchange with Jacobson. He'll go the other way to the right side for Skeltons. Up top it's Sinclair. A one-time drive goes off a leg and is picked up by Resega on the left wing. They'll swirl it around behind the net. The intended receiver was Morton. Puck goes in the slot, and they score! What a play! And the Wranglers bat it out of the air, and it's 2-0 on a power play goal by Emil Skeltons. The Latvian gets the goal on the power play, and the Wranglers extend their lead. And they'll keep that puck. Assistant coach Connor White has it. That's Skelton's first in the North American Hockey League. He makes it 2-0 for the boys in blue. Pendo on the right wing, looking to get that one back for the Ice Dogs. He'll deal it over towards the left side. The right side shot by Pendo. Easy save for Gerard. Wranglers get it out to the neutral zone. That goal is unassisted by Skeltons to make it a 2-0 Wrangler lead. Turnover behind the Wrangler net. Rabyov keeping the puck on his stick, swirls away from the pressure at the right side wall. Drifted over towards the left for Cornelli, but we get a stoppage with 14:42 left in the second. Draw will be to the right of Gerard. Leonard will take it against Wood with a duel of number 12s. Wood the victor. Wranglers possess as the puck goes into the neutral zone. Now back into the Wrangler end as the Ice Dogs go on the attack. Passes offline. Rohr tries to re-enter. He's quickly bumped off the puck. And now Gerhard at center can't get a grasp on it. And Galenchin will spring it towards the left side as the Ice Dogs dump it in deep. Galenchin backhands it over towards the near half wall for Leonard. Now up top. And now down low. Ice Dogs. Beg your pardon. Lose possession as the Wranglers have it. Dangerous play here as it goes off the skate of Rohr and in towards Gerard. So while the Wranglers got some puck luck on the other end on the goal from Skelton's, that time almost goes against them, as ironically it was Skelton's who tried to make the pass and went off a leg towards Gerard, but he was on high alert to make the save with 13:54 left in the second. Skelton's picked up an assist in yesterday's game, so he now has 1 goal and 1 assist on the season. And he's been so solid defensively for the Wranglers. He's been an excellent addition to this team since signing a tender over the summer. The draw will be to the left of Gerard on the near circle. Tim to take it against Miller. Ice Dogs come away with it. On the left side, it's Burke. They'll backhand it behind the net for Tim. Gets shaken off the puck for a moment. It's bouncing and is settled down by Carlson. On his forehand, tries to twist away from Serrato, but the Wranglers with the puck get it out as Day pummels it over to the right wing, intended for Serrato, but the Ice Dogs will claim. In the neutral zone, Carlson for a shot, and that one is stopped by Gerard from the high slot. He'll hold with 13:23 left in the second. Wranglers get a line change. Daniel Ortega back out there with Morton and Jacobson. The 2 D-men are Pipinen and Sinclair. And as this game has gone on, a lot more eyes have creeped into the building. Everybody trying to take a part of seeing this game. It's become quite a beauty. As 2 of the hottest teams in the league square off here this morning. Ice Dogs with it, up to the right point. Pendo tries to backpedal away from the pressure from Ortega. He'll slide the puck down low into the corner. As coming away from that pile is Sinclair. Quick pass from Morton up to the line, but not out. Ice Dogs keep it in. They're applying the pressure here, but it'll stop. There's a whistle, and we're going to get a call here. Ryan Theros in a discussion with our referee. He'll fix up the net on the post and settle it back down. Ryan Theros very, very vocal from his bench. 12:51 left in the second period. Wranglers with it is at the red line. It's Morton blasting it in. Ortega's the first one to the puck. He's got some open space to work with. As Ortega slides it over towards the right wing for Skelton. So creep down the wall. Get caught up with in the corner. And now behind the net, the Ice Dogs will reclaim the puck. Turnover at center ice. Noah Wood with it. Lost it for a moment, and the Ice Dogs get it. They'll return it to the Wrangler defense as they get a partial change. Divine Apollon in the neutral zone. Hacks it into the attacking zone. Plot will twist away from the forecheck of Apollon on his forehand, although he fumbles the puck for a moment, and Ben Cameron will apply even more pressure. Wranglers trying to force a steal here, as Riccardi and the Ice Dogs themselves some breathing room as they get out to open space in the neutral zone. On the right wing, Plont working against Breyer. Spins to his forehand, centers a pass. It's off the stick of McGuire and out to the blue line. McGuire gets the puck on his stick and just feathers it to the neutral zone, and the Wranglers will possess with 11:40 left in the second. Long pass to McGuire on the money. He'll backpedal into his own blue line and drop it off for Breyer, who moves forward. On the left wing, he'll center for McGuire, and his one-tap touch goes wide of the goal. Breyer behind the net for McGuire. Tries to feed it towards the middle again. This time, Gerhard, the intended receiver, but the Ice Dogs sniff it out. Wranglers forced to re-enter as McGuire to the middle finds Serrano. Quick pass is broken up nicely by the Ice Dogs. Good play there from Norkavicus. Pipinen re-enters on the left wing, drops it off for McGuire. Wranglers buzzing right now as Hannes to the middle. Can't connect with Pipinen. And a penalty coming here against the Wranglers. Pipinen the offender. As Vorobyov got his stick knocked out of his hands. And so the Finnish defenseman will take a seat. .10:52 left in the second period. Pipinen in the box. Ice Dogs will get their second power play chance of the game on a slashing call to the Wrangler D-man. The Wranglers are 1 for 2 on the man advantage. Skelton's with the power play goal. Ice Dogs now on their second opportunity. On the left wing, Vorobyov stops, moves it back up to the left point, and now on the right side, it's Rohr. Beneath the circle and off the end wall, Ice Dogs playing catch. As Rohr tried to center it, goes off a skate. Ice Dogs keep it at the left point. Vorobyov to Tim. Out the right point, it's Pendo. Down low, good puck movement here by the Ice Dogs. So they keep it away from the Wranglers. Behind the net, it's Tim on his forehand. Moves it up to the left circle, stepping in. Vorobyov a shot. Gerard the save. And the Wranglers are able to muscle the puck back out to center. And a little bit more as here's Day shorthanded to the middle for a shot there by Sinclair. And it's shut down by Menard. Well, good chance there, shorthanded for the Wranglers, but the Ice Dogs standing firm. Now on the left wing, Ice Dogs enter, broken up by Serrano, kept in by Vorobyov. Fairbanks going to work here as Rohr is to work at the far half wall. Drifted up to the right point for Tim. He'll creep down the wall, backhanded up top for Pendo. Now at the left circle, it's Vorobyov. To Rohr in the far corner. Back to Vorobyov. 32 seconds left on the Fairbanks power play. On the far wall, up to the right side, Tim steps in and shoots, and it's blocked by Ben Cameron. Back to Tim it goes at the line. Drops over to the right side for Pendo. Tries to muscle his way down the wall. He's get caught up with a couple of Wranglers. Sneaking free is Riccardi. He'll stash it down low, and breaking up that was Noah Wood. Pendo from the right side, up top for a drive. Tim fires wide as the Ice Dogs continue to attack. Penalty's over, drive, and they score. That's going to be Adam Tim with the goal just as the penalty expired, and the Ice Dogs are on the board to cut the lead to 2-1. And for Fairbanks, that was a good-looking power play that they had there. A lot of good puck movement, a lot of good opportunities. It's not going to go down as a power play goal, but might as well could be, as it's about a second after the penalty had expired. Ice Dogs had all the momentum, and they cash in for their opening score. For Adam Tim, that's going to be his 5th goal of the season, coming on the power play. And for Tim, that's his 2nd power play goal of the season. Wranglers looking to go back to work. They'll slide it down towards Menard, who covers with 8:33 left in the second. Wranglers get a partial change here. Whited and Skelton's the 2 D-men. Phillips will take the draw with Day to his right and Miller to his left. Wranglers win it. Skeltons fakes a shot. He'll catapult it around towards the near side wall, where the Wranglers reverse it back behind the net. Miller holds it in from the line, gets it to the left side for Phillips, a snapshot. Stopped by Menard. And on the rebound, the Ice Dogs will skate to safety. Now it's Burke on the right wing. working against Whited. His centering feed is snagged by Gerard, and he'll hang on with 8:04 left in the second. So the goal from Tim. He scored 11:09 into the second period, assisted by Caden Pendo and Kyle Rohr for the score. And I beg your pardon, I believe I did say that a couple of conflicting things. At first I said it was not a power play goal, then talked about how many power play goals Tim had. It doesn't go down as a power play goal. And so he's still stuck at just one power play goal on the season. But again, with the momentum coming off the tail end of the power play, it might as well should go down as a power play goal with the way that it was scored. Hit in the corner, and an Ice Dog is down. Arm is raised. We're going to get a penalty here. And the Ice Dogs look to go back to the power play as Will Sinclair is being guided towards the box. Two minutes on the board to Sinclair. Both teams 1 for 2 on the power play. Well, that's not a power play goal. It seems like it was a power play goal, but technically the Ice Dogs 0 for 2. Wranglers 1 for 2, although this will be Fairbanks' third try of the day. Cross-checking is the call against Sinclair. And so the incoming draw will be to the right of Gerard. Gerhard on the penalty kill will take it against Vorobyov. Make that number 19, Luca Riccardi. And the Wranglers with possession get it out to center thanks to Gerhard. Pendo with it deep in his own end. Ice Dogs looking to tie the game on the man advantage. Did some really good things on that last power play. Let's see if they can keep that up. As Tim on the right wing goes behind the net, flubs on a pass. Gerhard steps in and tries to whistle it out of the zone. Keeping it in is Pendo. And in open space now, it's Vorobyov on his forehand. Exchanges. And now behind the net, Ice Dogs have it. There's Tim, the most recent goal scorer, looking for another. And it goes off a stick and into the netting with 1:13 left on the Ice Dog power play. A lot of Ice Dogs fans in attendance here. A lot of Wrangler fans as well. Really a great turnout on both sides. I'm impressed. Fairbanks and Amarillo, two towns that are nowhere close to where we are today in Blaine, Minnesota, but you'd love to see that on both sides. Fans showing their support. As new Wranglers step in on the penalty kill, Morley Phillips will take this next draw against Riccardi. Riccardi wins it and gets it to Vorobyov. Stationed at the left point. They move it to the half wall. And now down low, Riccardi has it in the corner. He'll work his way up the wall to Vorobyov. And over to the right point for Pendo. Now at the near half wall, Rohr has it. Ice Dogs being patient here. The second minute of the power play. Pendo from the line. Very cautiously moves it down low to the near half wall. And now down low, it's Riccardi. We'll trade places and set up at the half wall. Move it up top for Pendo. And now to the right wing. Pass for Tim is off the mark. Wranglers take advantage and get it to the line. Can they get it out? Miller does as he muscles it into the Ice Dog zone. Good job there for the Wranglers. Miller will go off for a change. Ice Dogs see that happening. They go up ice. Here's Tim to the middle. Dancing is Rohr behind the net. Gets it back to Tim. And he'll bank it off the wall and up to the line for Pendo. 13 seconds left on the man advantage. Pendo off the end wall over to the left side for Plante. Stepping in is Gerhard, gets a stick on it. It's a pop fly that's gloved down by Fairbanks. Penalty expires. They'll drive towards the net. Behind it is Fairbanks. That's Cole Burke. On his forehand, moves it up top for Pendo. Now at the line, a drive is taken by Tim, and it squeaks wide of Gerard. Burke in the near corner. Flips the script and sends it towards the far side for Plante. The penalty's over, but still looks like the Ice Dogs are in the middle of a power play. And now here's a long-range pass to Phillips on the left wing. He'll enter on the left side as the Wranglers escape their own end. And Gerhard fires a shot into the netting for a stoppage with 5:20 left in the second. To the right of Menard, it's going to be Jacobson to take it against Glension. Wranglers have it, but they're forced back out to center ice. They'll stash it back down low once more. Ice Dogs trying to muscle it out. Wranglers fire it towards the net, gets caught up in a couple of bodies. Madsen was there for Fairbanks, but the Wranglers hold. Is at the line at Skelton's. Off balance, gets it to Resega. He'll dart away from pressure at the right circle, keep the puck on his stick, move it to the left side for Whited. His shot goes off a leg and wide, and over to the far wall for Skelton's. Towards the goal, his shot is tipped, but it doesn't make it to the net. As it goes into the near corner where a couple bodies converge. Puck squirms away. At the right point, it's Skelton's. Toe drag. He'll dart towards the net, and his pocket's picked at the last moment by the Ice Dogs. Skelton's rejoins the play as the Ice Dogs turn up ice. Shot there is kicked wide by Gerard. And now the Wranglers will possess. Now have some time to think about it. Maybe get a change in as well with 4:16 left in the second. Stretch pass on the money for Hannes. We'll go to the left wing for Resega. He'll drop it off for McGuire. Running a 5-game point streak. He'll deal it to Resega from the left side. He'll shoot, and that's stopped by Menard. And the Ice Dogs go up ice. Shot is in and out of the glove of Gerard. That was taken by Aiden Bergner. And now a long-range pass on time for Gerhard. He'll move it towards the middle, and sprawling to make a block was Cornelli. Good action on both ends of the ice here. His play has really opened up ever since the Wranglers killed off the Ice Dogs' power play. And so now the puck rolls in on Gerard, and we're going to stop with 3:33 left in the second. The Wranglers have tried that stretch pass a couple times, a handful of times really, in this game so far today, and they've hit on most of them, but got to think at some point Fairbanks is going to try and adapt to that. Noah Wood to take the draw against Gage Leonard to the left of Gerard on the near circle of the Wranglers' end. Ice Dogs win it. Errant pass at the line, goes off a stick, and here comes Devine Apollon with speed. He bursts into the attacking zone, almost wins the race to the puck. Is able to knock it towards the near side. Wranglers do possess those. Apollon regains possession at his own bench. Ice Dogs tip it into the Wrangler end, but looks like it hit somebody on the bench. We'll go out of play with 3:13 left in the second. Well, Devine Apollon, not usually known for his speed, but man, was he hauling there. He turned on the Jets, got a piece of that puck in that race. Went to the bench. Good shift there for number 55 in blue. And so now we'll have a neutral zone draw. In a 2-1 game, Wranglers scored the first two. Most recent came from Adam Tim of the Ice Dogs to make it a 1-goal game. Wranglers blasted down behind Menard. Now in the neutral zone, getting some steam here is Riccardi. Now a left wing shot goes wide. Riccardi with the rebound, gets it up top. Now at the right wing, Ice Dogs settle it down. Shot pass goes in and out of the slot. Some dangerous puck movement here from the Ice Dogs. The high riser is fought off by Gerard. Hit him in the mask. Looks like he's all right, though. Riccardi back on the attack. Whistles one wide of Gerard. Didn't have much time to shake that one off. As the Wranglers knock it out to center, and now rumbling ahead is Morley Phillips. On his forehand, gets it to Breyer for a shot. As he was hauled down to the ground, that was stopped by Menard. 2:21 left on the clock in the second period. Get another stoppage here. Both teams will take this opportunity to get a change. Final day of the North American Hockey League Showcase, the best event that this league has to offer, really one of the best events in junior hockey. I'd like to thank all the people that make it happen, the broadcasting side of things, from the logistical side of things. All around, thank you to all the hard-working people that make this event possible. I'm sure it's quite the headache and quite the challenge, but it's well worth it in the end. An excellent chance for these young players to get recruited and seen by scouts from around the country. Really is a great event here. So we'd like to thank everybody involved. As here in the neutral zone, the Ice Dogs look to get to work. An errant pass goes to Skeltons. And quickly up ice goes Jacobson. The Swedish forward off the wall and in deep. Chip and Chase is doing it all. Loses the puck to House. Held in by Skeltons. A blast there is gobbled up by Menard for a stop with 1:55 left in the second frame. Line change here. Gerhard, Hannes, and McGuire, the forwards for the Wranglers. And on defense, you've got Pipenin and Sinclair. Hannes trying to muscle towards the net off the draw. He pops out on the near wing. Forehand pass is behind Pipenin, and the Ice Dogs turn up ice, and on the back check, there's Hannes getting it back for the Wranglers, and now Rohr gets it back in the high slot. His shot goes wide as it glanced off a stick. 1:30 left in the second frame. Wranglers lead 2-1. There's a puck battle on the near half wall of the Wranglers zone. Everybody wants a piece of that puck. So far, no whistle is blown. Taking at least 15 seconds to this point. Now, finally, it's over as the puck pops out to the neutral zone and will be collected and scooped up by Pendo. Gerhard on the forecheck almost forces a steal, but House is there for Fairbanks as they chop it down behind Gerard and get a change. 1 minute left in the second period. Pipenin with it. The Finn will move it to Sinclair. In open space, he'll start from his own end, connect with McGuire at the red line, and he will whirl it down to Menard, who comes out of his net to play it. He'll leave it for Pendo, who blasts it up to the neutral zone. Glenchen with it, with speed, drops it off. Carlson a shot, and that goes off the stick of Breyer and out of play. 34.6 left on the clock here, and for Ashton Breyer, I really wish that this was a league that tracked shot blocks. I believe the coaching staffs do, but I don't think it's a readily a stat available for the common man. But if it was, I mean, that figure for Ashton Breyer would be very, very high. And that's what he's excellent at, and that's where he excels, is blocking shots and getting sticks on pucks. We heard Charlie Zolan say yesterday, if you joined the show, in the Wranglers' 4-1 win over New Hampshire, he said that exact same thing. As a shot from the line, gets blocked into traffic. Zetterquist loses it to Wood, who will backhand it out to the neutral zone, and now offside on the re-entry is Zetterquist. With 11.9 left in the second period, it will be a neutral zone draw. In the waning moments of the second period, Miller will take it up against Riccardi. Off the draw, Day gets a steal, backhands it towards the middle, and he was looking for Phillips, but the pass was just offline. Now Riccardi makes it off the wall and in deep, and that will do it for the second period. So at the end of 2, it's Amarillo 2 and Fairbanks 1, and what has been a thriller here in the early slate of Day 4 at the North American Hockey League Showcase. Coming up next, the second intermission report, brought to you by Coca-Cola Southwest Beverages. We'll recap all the action in the first 2 periods, preview period number 3, and take a look at what's going on around the rink here on Day 4 of the North American Hockey League Showcase. We'll be back in a couple of minutes here on NATV here at the North American Hockey League Showcase in Blaine, Minnesota. You know, one of the best things about this event is you get to see a lot of faces around here, some familiar, some you've never met. And during the intermission, a whole handful of them caught up to me. Great conversations, but very delayed on an intermission report, so I do apologize for that. But the score right now, 2-1. Wranglers lead it, although it seems like there's been a penalty assessed to the Ice Dogs at the end of the second period, and so the Wranglers will open period 3 with a power play opportunity. In the box for Fairbanks will be Wyatt Carlson. And so Amarillo now with a good opportunity to extend their lead here at the top of the third period. Opening the scoring was Noah Wood in the first. Wranglers led 1-0 after one period of play. And then in the second period, both teams scored a goal. Emil Skeltons gets the power play tally for the Wranglers, 4:33 into the second. And 11:09 into the second period, just a second after the end of a failed power play attempt. Adam Tim scores for Fairbanks to make it a 2-1 game, and that's where we stand right now. Carlson in the box, 2 minutes for slashing at the end of the second. Wranglers open on the power play as both teams are back out there for third period action here in Blaine. Guy Chiarenza from Blaine, Minnesota. Happy to have you here on NATV or listening in on our audio feed on the final day of the showcase. Wranglers looking to stay unbeaten. Big third period here as Gerhard on the power play moves it over to the left side for Hannes, and he will fire that thing harshly and deep. As it stations behind the net, Gerhard picks it up. Ice Dogs trying to roll it out to the neutral zone, and they do. As it just crossed the line, Serrato will backpedal for the Wranglers and start the next breakout. Gerhard to the right wing for Hannes. He's got some room to roam, drifts towards the corner. Gets it back up top for Serrato. Now Day from the right circle, dances towards the net. Day, high rising shot, and I believe that hit the crossbar and stayed out. Now McGuire working in deep. Day trying to kick it from skate to stick. Puck gets wedged up against the far wall. It's held in by Gerhard. And now on a second clearing attempt, the Ice Dogs do get a clear with 55 seconds left on the Wrangler power play. Serrato feeling the pressure there from Burke. Spins away, gets up to Skeltons in the neutral zone. He'll gain center red, and now Ice Dogs blue. He'll pitch it to Morton below the left circle. His shot is stopped by Menard with 32 seconds left on the power play. Draw will be to the right of Menard. Off the draw, Skeltons to the left point for Sinclair. Tries to go off the wall, get it to Jacobson, but getting in the way is Leonard, and he gets it out to the neutral zone while losing his stick in the process. 15 seconds left on the Wrangler power play. As behind the net is Sinclair. He'll skate forward, flex some steam. Puck rolls off his stick, but does enter the zone onto the tape of Jacobson. Penalty expires, and we're back to even strength. A little over 2 minutes into the period. Leonard behind Gerard. Gets bumped off the puck. Sinclair takes a hit. Held in at the right point by Pendo. Squeaks over to Leonard, left side. There's a lot of guys with that kind of sounding name here today. As now in his own end is Cornelli. Out at the red line, puck is fished away by Morley Phillips. He'll turn up ice. Phillips with room to roam takes a shot from the blue line, but that is stopped by Menard, but all for naught as the Wranglers are offside. 17-18 left in the third. 2-1 is the score. So we've seen this a lot this season from the Wranglers. These really gritty games, right down to the wire, low-scoring affairs. And so far this season, they've won all of them. So The question for Fairbanks becomes, what do they have to do what nobody else has done to this point and beat the Wranglers in a situation just like this? We're going to find out if they can do it here in the third. Ben Cameron moves the puck off the draw. It's picked up by Collins on the right side. We'll wheel it around towards the left corner. And the Ice Dogs will see the puck glance out to the neutral zone as the Wranglers are able to punch it out. Wood on the attack. Who's in deep. Pendo gets the puck first as Wood was rubbed off the puck. Cameron nicely steps in and creates a steal. Goes off the glove of Davis at the red line. Ice Dogs flag it down. Brunelli on the left side, who starts his forehand to wrap it along the boards. To Collins. Serrato there defensively. Slams him into the boards, forces a steal. And the Wranglers pop the puck out to center. It's gloved down by Hannes on the right wing. He'll stop at the half wall, feed it over to Gerhard, move in and shoot, and it rubbed off his stick at the last second in towards Menard. Didn't get enough heat on it. And he'll cover with 16:21 left in the third. I believe Gerhard broke his stick on that play. Yeah, he did. And so that's why he didn't get enough muscle on that shot as his stick broke. And so Ice Dogs catch a break there. Draw to the right of Menard. You got Menard, Gerard, and then it comes time to say a name like Leonard. You got that R down the end. It can be a tongue twister sometimes. It can fool you. Fun game here today this morning from the Super Rink in the early slate. As the puck rolls down towards Gerard, the Wrangler netminder, who's making his first start, has been sharp out in the neutral zone, collected by Gerhard. Springs McGuire on the left wing. His shot, a low-line drive, is turned aside by Menard. At the right point, Sinclair cuts towards the middle. Toe drag, popped off his stick. Nice play there from the Ice Dogs. Wranglers keep it in and slam it towards the right corner. Ice Dogs, I beg your pardon, jar it free. It's sniffed out by Pipinen. Too many ice animals in this league, I tell you. In deep, Wranglers get to work from the right corner. Puck squeaks away. And Bergner finds a man in the middle. Quick passing here from the Ice Dogs. Drive from the right side is eaten up by Gerard with 15:25 left in the third. Shot count in the second period, 17-10 in favor of Fairbanks. They've got 35 so far. Wranglers have 22. Shot count in the third, though, 5-1 in favor of the Wranglers. So keep an eye on that as time goes on. Although the 17 shots allowed in a period tie a season high set back in the first period of this game and the second period of the Maryland game on Thursday, which the Wranglers won. Almost a turnover here. Now it is as Phillips gets it from the high slot, goes off a stick and out of play on the shot attempt. Defensively there to make the play was Cornelli. .07 left in the third. Fresh bodies come on the ice. Wranglers have not yet announced a leadership group this season, but for the Ice Dogs here today, they've got two guys wearing the captain's patch, Cole Burke and Caden Pendo. As an Ice Dog catches a stick up high, and Fairbanks will go back to the power play. And now we'll see how much time will go against Andrew Morton, as it looked like he was the offender. Just 2 minutes. He didn't draw blood. Looked like he caught up Adam Tim up high. And so the Ice Dogs, who have had a dangerous-looking power play so far here today, have come up empty-handed, although their goal was scored just a second after a power play expired, so might as well give them some credit there. But to this point, they're 0-for-3 on the power play, and they will get their fourth opportunity right here. Draw to the right of Gerard on the nearest circle. Riccardi will take it against Gerhard. Ice Dogs have it. On the left wing, it's Adam Tim, the goal scorer for Fairbanks. Weaseling his way behind Day, gets it up to the line for Pendo. Back to Tim. He'll chop it over to the right wing, and now back up to the line for Pendo. On the right side, Roar. Beneath the circle, and now back up high. Ice Dogs using the open areas of the ice. As on the right wing is Riccardi. Stops at the half wall on his forehand. Below the circle now. Now centering pass. One-time shot is stopped by Gerard. Wranglers with it. Can they get it out? Yes, they do. Gerard comes up big on that last sequence. Wranglers keeping the Ice Dogs to the outside, and then the one-time shot from the right circle is kicked away by Gerard. Tim across, passes a foot ahead of Rabyov. Ice Dogs keep possession, is now on the near wing. It's Tim, and the Wranglers pick his pocket. That Skelton's there. He'll get the clear with 52 seconds and counting left on the penalty. Pendo from behind his own net emerges for the next breakout for Fairbanks. Turnover here as Phillips was there. Almost a turnover, I should say. It looks like Phillips was going to get it, but the Ice Dogs come away unscathed as there were 3 guys there. So the odds were in their favor to at least one of them pick up that puck, and now they get to work stationed in deep in the Wrangler end. Pinned up against the end wall. Couple players spar for the puck. 18 seconds left on the power play. Fairbanks keeps it. At the right point, Cornelli slides it across for Plant. From the left circle, he'll shoot, and that's deflected out in front and hits the side of the net. At the line, Cornelli to the right point, stepping in for a shot there. That went wide was Carlson. Penalty expires. We're back to even strength. Out of the box is Morton. Plant behind the net. Banks it off the wall. Screeching on in was Madsen to keep it in. Although possession changes as Skeltons will send it to the slot, and there's a shot by Carlson. A turnover there from the Wranglers between the circles, and Gerard comes up big. And for Skeltons, he had the right idea there. Just wanted to get the puck out, but puck ended up going dangerously into the middle of the ice, and the Ice Dogs had a grade A chance there, but Gerard, like he has done time and time again today, makes a big stop. Serrato behind the net. Tries to help the puck along its way on the far side boards, and does. Jacobson with it from center. Bursts into the attacking end. Pulls up, shoots, and it's stopped by Menard. Zetterquist on the left wing, off the wall to himself. Defending him is Serrato. Exchanges with Leonard behind the net into open space. Ice Dogs, House is in, and he takes a shot that goes off a stick and out of play. Well, we've seen that a couple times here this morning where the Ice Dogs enter, they move the puck around, and kind of get the Wranglers to bunch up in the middle of the ice. And what you're seeing on NATV is a lot of open space around the perimeter. And it's got me double-checking the clock, making sure that the Wranglers aren't on the penalty kill, because they've got the Wranglers collapsing into the middle of the ice. And you see a streaking Ice Dog coming in for a one-time shot like on that last sequence. The Wranglers have to be aware of that, as that seems to be the strategy from Fairbanks at this stage of the game. Wranglers lead it 2-1 with 12:11 left in the third. Draw it to the left of Gerard. Wranglers win it. Serrato pokes it out to center off the glove of Apollon to Cameron. Will work it down towards Menard, who freezes with 12:02 left in the third. Now we get a convergence here as Divine Apollon, grinning ear to ear, is escorted away from that pile. He'll stay out there. As the Wranglers looking to spot themselves another one and get an insurance marker here in what is just a slim lead of 1. Draw on the far circle of the Ice Dogs zone. Wranglers win it. Breyer, a blast, snagged out of the air by Menard. Draw to the right of Menard. Apollon is going to take this for the Wranglers as Wood gets booted out of this circle. And Apollon wins it. Wranglers trying to keep it in. Ice Dogs aggressive here. Wood is able to stash it towards the far side wall, but not much more as Fairbanks will possess an open space in the near corner of their own end. Cornelli to the left side for Collins. Off his stick into the grasp of Cameron. He'll tap it over to Hannes. Looks to get things started. Hannes over center red, and now Ice Dog blue. Into the near corner he goes. Two Ice Dogs are there. Cameron trying to help out. As there's a puck battle here. Cameron gets dragged down, and we get a whistle with 11:19 left in the third. And I do apologize, that is my blind spot. Looked like Cameron got grabbed around the neck and was swung down. And so we'll see what comes out of this. Cameron lost his helmet. And he's going to the box. And so is Aiden Bergner. So we'll see if these offset or if we're going to have some 4-on-4 here. Nothing on the clock yet. And again, it's hard to say what really happened in that corner, as it's a packed house, and that is my blind spot. But looks like both sides are awarded a penalty, and we will skate 4-on-4. Two aside. Cameron 2 for roughing. Bergner 2 for holding. And so to 4-on-4 we go. Some open ice in the middle stages of the third period. Fairbanks with it from their own ends. Pass is flubbed off the stick of Carlson. The Ice Dogs hang on to it as Madsen has it now. Long pass off the far wall, goes astray. Serrato there to scoop it up behind his own net. He will knock it over to Heikki Paipinen. The Finnish defenseman gains center red. Connects with Trace Day on the right side. He stops at the point, goes down low for Paipinen. On his forehand, Paipinen to the middle for a shot there. That's stopped by Menard. Paipinen collects his own rebound, but is quickly wedged off the puck by Madsen, and the Ice Dogs will possess. 1:15 left in 4-on-4 action. 10:29 left in the third. Tim over center red. He's got speed. Tim going right down Broadway, directed towards the far end by Serrato. And the Wranglers bank it off the near wall and down. No icing. Starting the next charge is Cornelli. Trying to connect with Rohr, but the Wranglers an active disruptive force. Break that up and start the next charge as here comes Sinclair on a long pass from Hannes. Drops it off from McGuire, and a nice active stick from Fairbanks puts an end to that. As that play was made by Kyle Rohr. In the neutral zone, Riccardi takes a hit there from Skeltons. The Latvian stands him up. Ice Dogs keep possession. From the right wing, a centering feed to Rohr, and they score. Riccardi out in front was waiting back door, and Fairbanks has rallied back to tie it up at 2. The goal does come 4-on-4. Luke Riccardi gets his third goal of the season, and it's a brand new game with 9:33 left in the third. Morton to take the draw against Glenchen. Still 4-on-4 for the next 10 seconds. Ice Dogs have it. Ice Dogs in, and they score! That is a high-rising shot from Ian Norkovicus, and the Ice Dogs have taken the lead. That goal also 4-on-4. 1 second left on the penalty to Cameron and Bergner. Ice Dogs take advantage. 2 goals on the 4-on-4, and they now lead 3-2. So the Wranglers facing some adversity here. Ice Dogs come roaring back with goals on back-to-back shots to take the lead. Once down 2-1, it's now 3-2 Fairbanks. And now they will look to hang on. We'll see how the Wranglers respond. As Pipinen from deep in his own end gets some help from Morton as the Wranglers keep possession. Morton behind his cage, creeps out down the middle, pumps it towards the left wing for Rasega. He enters the attacking zone. Rasega on his forehand, moves it towards the middle. Ping pongs back to him. Now in the near corner. Rasega loses the puck, and the Ice Dogs escape. Riccardi to the middle. Robyov can't rip a shot away. Sinclair is there. He'll throw a check, and they collide in the far corner. Rasega and Jacobson help the puck out to the neutral zone. Now Matson over the red line has some open space on the left wing. He'll drop it off for Robyov. Makes a move, cuts towards the middle. He'll shoot, and that goes wide. Tim back on his own end with it. Pressuring is Miller. Time now not on the Wranglers' side as the Ice Dogs have taken the lead here on Ian Norkovicus's 3rd goal of the season. Icing on Fairbanks with 7:56 left in the 3rd. Draw to the left of Menard. Phillips will take it for Amarillo. For Fairbanks, it'll be Adam Tim. Off the draw. We'll quickly blow it dead. We'll do it again, although Phillips and Tim are ready to go toe-to-toe with each other. Phillips wins it cleanly to Serrato. From the right point, he'll move it D to D. Off the stick of Whited, and he gets bumped out to the neutral zone. Patrick Whited over to Day, who blasts it into the attacking end. Puck swirls over to the far side. Leaps off a Wrangler's stick, and Fairbanks gets out the center. Day blows a tire. Fairbanks 3-on-1. In is Tim, and the puck rolls off his stick, and now the Wranglers go the other way. Serrato with speed to the middle, and not much else as Tim caught back up to the play on the back check. He can't get it out. Serrato holds it in. 7:19 left in the 3rd. The puck does escape as the Ice Dogs pelt it out to the neutral zone. Day on the right wing. Stops and slides it down below the goal line looking for Phillips. Another penalty coming against the Wranglers as going down was Leonard. And the Ice Dogs, now with a 1-goal lead, will go back to the power play. Phillips takes a seat. Two minutes for cross-checking. As there's a discussion going on between Gerhard and the officials. I think they're trying to decide if there's another sentence to be tacked on here, as another Wrangler's entered the box. It looks like that's Carl Jacobson. So developing now is a potential 5-on-3 power play for Fairbanks. As the Wranglers bench has been assessed a minor penalty for verbal, well, it was verbal abuse of an official, but now it's listed as unsportsmanlike conduct. So we'll leave that up to the imagination. This is a family-friendly show, although now the situation becomes more dire for the Wranglers, who for the moment seem to be staring down the barrel of a 5-on-3 penalty kill. And for the Ice Dogs, with 7 minutes left in the third, a goal here would certainly help them out a lot. And they definitely have the firepower to do so. They've shown the skill and the man advantage so far today. And this is a critical moment of this game, so a timeout has been taken, likely on the Wranglers' side. Taylor Harnett talks things over. Ice Dogs looking to spoil the Wranglers' attempt at a 7-0 season. And a showcase sweep. Fairbanks looking to get a showcase sweep of their own. Well, now they're in good position to do so. Draw to the left of Gerard. 5-on-3. Here we go. As Gerhard will take the draw against Tim. To his left is Breyer, and to his right is Skeltons. 1 forward, 2 D. Ice Dogs with it. Up the line, it's Pendo. I'll move it over towards the right side. Now back to Pendo. Now left side, one-time drive by Tim. Goes wide of the net. Now on the right, it's Roar. Down beneath the circle. Back over to Roar on the wing. Now at the line, Pendo. On the left side, it's Tim. He'll creep up to the high slot, move over to a one-time shot by Roar. That's fought aside by Gerard. Ice Dogs now behind the net. It's Riccardi on his forehand, moves it from low to high. Now at the line, it's Pendo. Pendo on his forehand, taking his time. Ice Dogs have a lot of it. 1:14 left on the 5-on-3. As that at the line, it's Pendo again. Pendo drops it off for Roar. Now one-time shot by Tim is kicked away by Gerard. It goes into the body of Skeltons, who's got it between his legs, and the whistle is blown. With 6 minutes left in the period and 1 minute left on the 5-on-3, and now afterwards we got a skirmish as Tim wants a piece of Skeltons, likely for what he did, just trapping the puck underneath his legs. Just trying to kill some time there, and so we'll see where this draw goes. And now Tim is going to the box for Fairbanks. So Tim has been given a penalty for the extra stuff after the whistle to Skeltons. As now it becomes a 1 minute 4-on-3 power play for Fairbanks. With 6 minutes left in the third. Now the draw will come back to the Ice Dogs end. Tim with the penalty, 2 minutes for roughing. And so the situation gets a little bit more crazier, doesn't it? Pendo will drop it back for Riccardi. He'll gain the red line, and now Wrangler blue. On the left wing, will go around Sinclair and around the net as well. On his forehands, moves into the high slot and drops it off for Roar. He'll drift towards his right and drop it off for Pendo. Now back to Roar at the right circle. Pendo up top. He's got it. Over to the left side for Riccardi. Now up top it's Pendo again for a one-time shot. Stopped by Gerard. Held in by Riccardi. on the left wing. Gets it back up to the line for Pendo. Top of the right circle, it's Rohr. They'll trade places. Now it goes back to the right side. Now up top it's Riccardi. He'll step in, fake a shot, and shoot! And a glove save is made by Gerard. 12 seconds left on the 4-on-3 Fairbanks power play, and then if the Wranglers kill that off, out of all that, they will get a 1-minute power play with about 5 minutes left in the third period. So, how quickly things can change. From bad to worse, and then somewhat better, and then, well, who knows what comes left after that. As on the left circle, Gerhard going up against Riccardi, although it looks like Riccardi's been given the boot. And so replacing him is Galenchin. Off the face-off, Ice Dogs have it. Riccardi. It's it up to the line. Now at the left point, it's House. He'll shoot. Goes off a stick. And wide. Looks like that was deflected by Riccardi. And now the Wranglers are back to full strength, and now they have a 55-second abbreviated power play. Tim watches on from the box. Good chance here for the Wranglers as Serrato gains the red line. Over to the left side, he's got Hannes. His pass flubs off his stick. Ice Dogs have it, and they'll turn it over in the near corner to Serrato. He'll creep up the wall and get it up top for Gerhard. He'll wiggle his way in and shoot, goes off a leg, and towards the goal, hits the post and stays out. Day with it now, left side, right side shot, it's blocked. And now the Ice Dogs get it and clear. Unbelievable. It's a game of inches, really. Serrato, who stays out there, has the puck. Drops it off at the red line for a streaking Gerhard. Wanted to split the D. It's broken up by Burke, and he'll clear as the penalty is just about over. So out of all that, we're back to even strength with 4 minutes to go. Ice Dogs still lead it 3-2. No scoring happening out of all that chaos. Sinclair from his own end, feeling some heat from a pack of Ice Dogs. He's able to escape the pile and now move it over to the left wing for Resega. Ice Dogs kick it forward. That's Tim fresh out of the box. Sinclair with it again, over to the right side this time to Hannes. Tries to deke around a couple of Ice Dogs who were very aggressive here. Sinclair loses it to Tim, and now on the right wing, he'll shoot it wide. Shot pass does not hit the mark and goes into the near corner of the Wranglers' end. 3:16 left here in the third. Wranglers down by 1. Puck is in their own end. We'll keep an eye on Gerard. House, D to D. Shot there. Kick saved by Gerard. Wranglers have it. As now Sinclair once again possesses with 3 minutes left in the third. Piping it off the stick of Jacobson into the catching glove of Menard. And he'll freeze with 2:54 left in the third. Well, go back to that sequence a couple of shifts ago. The Wranglers inches away from tying the game. Puck went off the post and stayed out. Puck luck not in their favor on that one, and so now Morton with Resega and Jacobson along with Serrato and Breyer look to get some work done here on this next shift. Morton cuts towards the goal. Puck is in the blue paint and is swiftly kicked out. Resega has it on the near wall. On his forehand, twists it over to Morton beneath the circle, driving towards the net. Poke check there by Menard, and the puck tumbles back out to the neutral zone. And the Fairbanks crowd howls in approval. Over the red line, Breyer stashes it down low. Fairbanks off the wall, trying to get out. Morton making it difficult. Jacobson is there, but the Ice Dogs do get a clear with 2:17 left in the third. Wranglers possessing. Gerard still between the pipes. Breyer pummels it in after gaining the red line. Well, looked like he did, but they say he didn't, and it's going to be an icing on the Wranglers with 2:07 left in the third. So that certainly puts a wrench in things for Amarillo, who, if they had likely gotten possession there, would have set up shop in the attacking zone, likely pulled Gerard for the extra attacker, but now all that is an afterthought, as now we have a timeout taken by the Wranglers. The one earlier was taken by Fairbanks. And so now Taylor Harnett will talk things over with his crew. What a wild one we've had here so far. Wranglers jumped out to a 2-0 lead, and now Fairbanks has scored 3 unanswered goals to make it a 3-2 hockey game in their favor. As the Ice Dogs scored twice in 14 seconds in 4-on-4 action here in the third period to go from down 2-1 to take a 3-2 lead. A lot of fans packing in this arena. There's a lot of people in here. A lot of Chippewa Steel people in here. As for those of you watching on NATV, coming up next in this rink, it is the Mudbugs and the Steel, and the second slate of games here from the 2024 North American Hockey League Showcase. So if you got NATV, that's coming up next from rink number 1, the Mudbugs and the Steel. But it looks like they got another nail-biter here featuring the Wranglers and the Ice Dogs with 2:07 left in the third. Draw is going to be to the right of Gerard. Riccardi to take it against Phillips. Wranglers win it. Serrato gets it over to Breyer in the far corner. Glension has the puck pinned up against the wall, trying to drain clock away from the Wranglers. Doing some good work there of that. About 15 seconds have drained off. Play keeps rolling. Bunch of skates in there, a bunch of sticks trying to just jar that puck free, and eventually it does come loose. Serrano with it in the neutral zone. Over the red line. Pitches it towards his right for Phillips. He'll skate in, get enough on it to get possession. Day in the near corner, along with Miller. Has it up against the wall. Miller able to slide it up to the point for Serrano, and the puck gets away. And Gerard's out of the net. The Wranglers had pulled him for the extra attacker. 1:12 left in the third. Serrato up ahead, off the stick of Miller, and down out of the net to play it is Menard. Phillips able to keep the clearing attempt in the zone. Ice Dogs with it, long toss towards the empty net. It's bouncing, and they score. Long toss from the Ice Dogs, and they get the insurance marker with 54.5 left to take a 4-2 lead. So Gerard will go back between the pipes, and it looks like pending a miracle, the Ice Dogs will complete the showcase sweep. It improved to 5-1, 0-1, and hand the Wranglers their first loss of the season, who, if this holds, will fall to 6-1 on the campaign. Ice Dogs win it. Gerard back to the bench. Wranglers still going for the tie as the puck is loose in the left side. Whited holds it in. Down low, Jacobson to the middle, and he was looking for Resega. Up at the line, it's Sinclair. Under a minute to go here as 38 seconds remain. Morton to Gerhard on the left side. It's back to Morton. Jacobson gets pinned up against the wall. Ice Dogs it up to the left point. White gets it away, and a shot goes off a stick and out of play with 20.2 left on the clock. So, tall task for the Wranglers. If they're going to tie this thing, time is not on their side, and it would be some kind of miracle if they were able to do it. Draw to the right side of Menard. And I say that because we've seen crazier things happen with this team. I've only been calling these games for a year and change so far, but it just seems like just when you've seen everything in the book, you get another surprise. So I'm not going to count this one out until it hits the final horn. But Ice Dogs doing what they need to do. Get the puck pinned up in the near corner. Resega is there. A couple more Wranglers join. 10 seconds to go. As the puck is squeaked free, shot there by Gerhardt, stopped by Menard. Ice Dogs get it away, and that'll do it here in the Super Rink. The Fairbanks Ice Dogs take this one 4-2 and hand the Wranglers their first loss of the campaign. They fall to 6-1, and the Ice Dogs improve to 5-1-0-1. Usually we do a post-game show here on the Wranglers Network, but we don't really have time as there's a lot of people crowding here and trying to get the next game in. For those of you on NATV, you will see the Mudbugs and the Steel coming up next from rink number 1. I'd like to thank everyone who joined us here this week for the North American Hockey League Showcase. I'd like to give a big thank you to all the people involved who helped put this show together, from the tech side to the logistical side. Thank you to everyone here from the Showcase for their hospitality and for putting on a great show, as it's been a lot of fun, and the Wranglers will head on the road again next week to take on the Lone Star Brahmas at NYTEX Sports Center. It'll start next Friday night. You can catch that game on NATV or listen in on our YouTube audio stream to catch that one, as the Wranglers will look to bounce back after suffering their first loss of the season. That'll do it for us here from the Super Rink. I'm Guy Chiarenza saying, final score, once again, Fairbanks 4, the Wranglers 2, final from the Super Rink. I'm Guy Chiarenza saying so long, and we'll see you next time at NYTEX next weekend on Friday night when the Wranglers take on the Brahmas. You take care, and thank you for joining us for this presentation of the North American